On your morning answer, Brian Whitman and Jennifer Horn with an update to a story, Brian, that caught our attention yesterday.
Oh, yes.
The FBI is now involved in this hard-hitting investigation of that American Airlines pilot, remember on Sunday, who reported seeing a mystery person in a jetpack flying high above the city of Los Angeles, right in the path of incoming jets at Los Angeles International Airport. The pilot saw this on Sunday evening.
The American Airlines pilot was had to radio to the control tower. As a cockpit, we see, we have clear visibility, and we anticipate an on-time arrival for this particular flight. And looking to our left, we do see a man fueled by a jetpack flying pretty darn close to us. Over. Very strange. And you know why the FBI should investigate? Because imagine, on a serious note, Jen, imagine the damage that someone who has reached that elevation with Lord knows what they might have to do harm to people could, the havoc that one could wreak with the ability to be up there as high as the airplanes are.
And not only, that's definitely one element. The other is, not only is this guy, whoever it was with the jetpack, that put his own life at harm, but imagine, you know what a pigeon does to an airplane when it gets sucked into the engine? Think about what a human person on it with the jetpack can do to an airplane that is on approach. This was in the landing space for LAX. They were in the flight path, and that's what makes this even more unusual, because yesterday, and we talked about this, anybody who would have the technology, because most jetpacks don't fly that high. They'll shoot you up there, but it's
now
not
understand that
that high.
The plane was on its descent coming down to land at LAX, but you're right.
But it was at 3,000 feet. I mean, that you're still pretty high up in the air, and 10 miles out for a landing. So when you see someone floating by you, you think, well, wait a second, what is this person doing up here? And
that's
if that person,
that is a very fair question. Wait a minute.
Thanks, I'm going home.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What is that person doing up here in the air with us?
But they say if you have the technology to get that high, that person would probably be best educated to not get into the flight path of LAX. When it comes to accuracy and detail, airline pilots are pretty close to the top of people who can see things with detail, and they know how far people are away from things. You know, they can measure with their eyes, essentially. And they say he was 3,000 feet up and 10 miles out for landing, and so they're giving it serious credibility.
You said a moment ago that, you said, and it's obviously true, imagine what a pigeon does to an airplane. Imagine, and it's a terrible thing, imagine what a guy with a jetpack would do to an airplane if he sucked into the engine. The guy with the jetpack may consider what the airplane would do to him if he were sucked into the engine. I mean, so who this person is, and they still don't know the ID of this person, or where did he go airborne? I mean, if he is at LAX, from where was his launching pad?
And I think that's also a good question.
Is that a good one?
And by the way, this wasn't just, one person, because we've all had those moments where you look at something, you go, wait, did I just see that? Maybe you blink your eyes a couple of times and you look back and you're just not sure. But a second pilot also saw it and confirmed it. So
on a different airplane, right?
I think either in a different airplane or with the co-pilot of this particular American Airlines flight. Now they say, is this possible? And based on research, jetpacks can fly that high, but it is not likely. Common sense says no. But again, if the airline pilot is reporting it with visual flight rules, meaning plenty of visibility, it wasn't dark yet, that they are taking this one seriously. People are wondering if this was an internet or social media stunt. Certainly, it's not only captured the attention of us here at home in California, but this has made national news now. People are wondering who this jetpacked man really was.
Well, I gave the scoop yesterday. It was obviously Buzz Lightyear. I mean, investigation over, moving on to the next. But in these days of COVID-19, where the airline industry has been so hard hit, maybe folks are getting very innovative about how they'll fly in the next year.
Definitely socially distanced, right?
No doubt about that. Dr. Fauci can't give this guy, wait a minute, what do you say? Well, it was 3,000 feet and he was airborne. I mean, I think we don't have a case here.